who's seen the truth. You can't trust anyone. And even if you try to run, you are in great danger. Corruption.
The important thing is for everybody to know the importance of this email. This weirdo DEA agent sent that email to the prosecutor, who eventually ended up being the main prosecutor on the case. His name is Jason Hitt. He sent that email to him in the beginning of 2016. Before, like I said, and it's laid out in the motion before the court right now for that dismissal, before my name was brought up in any investigation. You understand? It wasn't like I was already under investigation and this dude went, "Oh, I know who Ronnie Yandell is. I want to crush it." No, the email came first before I was suspected of doing anything. Yeah, no, this DE agent, this weirdo DE agent, wrote this email, which is in front of the court right now in a motion for dismissal, that he seen an article in 2011 that I started the hunger strike. He didn't say other people. He said I started it. That's what was in the email. And so this was before that I was under any type of investigation. You understand? That's how we're saying that this is a retaliation. Like I said, nobody's saying that crimes weren't committed. It's not a state prosecutor trying to do this, because he can't. There's no state law where you're going to accuse me with a state law that they can hold me responsible for what someone else is doing in another prison. They had to have a federal agent do it. That's where they got this weirdo. And so this dude in 2016, as soon as I got out of the hole, he called the prison on his own. And they said, "Oh yeah, we just eventually found a cell phone in the cell. He goes, send it to me." For no reason. So he got this cell phone from the prison, and then once he downloaded the data out there, he tried to say two of the numbers were I was calling drug traffickers, which ended up being AT&T call centers. But he told the prosecutor he's talking to large-scale drug traffickers in Chicago and one in Mexico, a cartel member in Mexico. This is looking very promising. It was a complete lie. So we'll see what the judge says about this. And then 2016, he wrote the email to the prosecutor. That was in January 2016. This we ended up being the prosecutor in 2016, and the indictment didn't come out till 3 years later, 2019. Why were you so concerned that Yandell did a hunger strike in 2011 in Pelican Bay when you're not a part of California Department of Corrections? You're a DE agent. Busted crackheads on the street. Why? What personal? You never met Mr. Yandell, so what is your personal beef with him? He's gonna have to answer that sooner or later. There's no state crimes. They could not charge you with a state crime for what another prisoner does in another prison. You understand? So they had to get this crooked DE agent that had some kind of weird ass hard on for me on the street. I'm in prison. This weirdo is a detective doing drug deals on the street doing drug investigations on the street. It tells the prosecutor before I was ever under any type of investigation, just because he was a DE agent out in the Bay Area, and who knew who I was, they heard my name by other people he was investigating in the Bay Area. All those years I was in Pelican Bay. And then he happened to read that I started a hunger strike and had some kind of weird obsession with me. That's where the investigation started. That's the vindictive prosecution. That's the motion for dismissal pending before the judge right now. So we'll see what this how far this fraud keeps going on until either the judge finally admits that this shit was prejudicial and it really wasn't no federal case. It was all a fabrication. Because you have to, sooner or later, someone's gonna have to say, yeah, this is it, right? You cannot have a DEA agent say that he wants to crush me just because I did the hunger strike. No, I will say this though, and that motion that's before the court, my attorneys are asking for. We have somewhere down the line, the California Department of Corrections officials were in communication with federal agents about sending me to the feds. That was the whole plan to get rid of me. I told everybody from the beginning, when I put out those videos, tried to warn everybody that everybody was being targeted. Since then, there's been numerous indictments. To this day, the government and California Department of Corrections has not revealed any of their communications about me in this investigation or about the deal about sending me to the feds. That was the original. And so if there was no shenanigans going on, why are they refusing to give me and my attorneys the communications, the meetings? There was meetings between high-level federal officials and the California Department of Corrections officials where they literally sat down in downtown Sacramento and were hashing out what they were going to do with me and my co-defendants. So why are they refusing to give up those communications? Because there was some trickery going on. That's why they're refusing to give. They're eventually going to. The judge will eventually force them to hand over that material, just like they eventually had to hand over that email. So they still have not gave us the emails where that prosecutor responded to that email. Now we don't have one email from the California Department of Corrections with this weirdo DEA agent or anybody or any of the federal prosecutors involved in this case. They're withholding it for some reason. So you know why they're withholding it, because they don't want us to see what they really were saying. Why they really were targeting me or targeting us. Because I'm fighting to my last breath, man. I don't. Yeah, that dude ain't seen the last of me. Wait till he gets this lawsuit.
Yeah, you gotta control your smiles and cries, because that's all you have, and nobody can take that away from you.